Most people think burnout looks dramatic. They picture someone having a breakdown, walking away from their job, crying in the parking lot. But that's rarely how it starts. Instead, it shows up quietly. You still go to work. You still pay your bills. You still answer emails. You still laugh at dinner. From the outside, everything looks fine. But somewhere along the way, life stopped feeling like it was moving forward. You aren't miserable. You're just existing. And that's far more dangerous. Because when nothing feels obviously wrong, nothing feels urgent enough to change. You tell yourself you're just tired. Maybe work has been busy. Maybe the kids have been exhausting. Maybe next month will be better. Then another year disappears. And you realize you've spent more time maintaining your life than actually building it. That's the trap. Most people don't wake up one day and lose their ambition. They slowly trade it away for convenience. Not because they're lazy. Because modern life rewards comfort far more than growth. Every app is designed to hold your attention. Every advertisement promises an easier life. Every subscription removes another small inconvenience. None of those things are bad by themselves. But together, they create something dangerous. A life that is incredibly comfortable, and strangely empty. You finish work mentally exhausted, even though you barely made any meaningful decisions. You collapse onto the couch. Tell yourself you've earned a break. One episode becomes 4. You check your investment account. Refresh your email. Scroll through social media. Watch someone explain how they retired at 35. Watch another entrepreneur claim they built $1 million business in 2 years. Then another financial expert tells you what you're doing wrong. Hours disappear. Your brain feels busy. But your life hasn't moved an inch. The strange part? You mistake consuming information for making progress. Learning isn't the same as building. Watching isn't the same as creating. Research isn't execution. And execution is what changes lives. This is why so many adults feel stuck. Not because they lack intelligence. Not because they lack opportunity. Because they're spending enormous amounts of mental energy without creating meaningful momentum. Think about your average week. How many hours are spent reacting? Replying? Attending meetings? Paying bills? Running errands? Solving everyone else's problems? Now ask yourself another question. How many hours were spent building the future version of your life? Learning a valuable skill? Growing your investments? Working on a business? Improving your health? Strengthening your relationships? For many people, that number is surprisingly close to 0. That's why weekends disappear so quickly. You're not recovering. You're escaping. There's a difference. Recovery prepares you for tomorrow. Escape helps you forget today. One builds your future. The other postpones it. And every postponed date quietly becomes another postponed year. Here's something most people never consider. Your biggest expense isn't your mortgage. It isn't inflation. It isn't taxes. It's the cost of staying exactly the same. Imagine making the same income 5 years from now. Keeping the same habits. The same health. The same routines. The same excuses. That's an incredibly expensive future. Not because life gets harder. Because opportunity compounds. Just like money. Small improvements grow. Small neglect grows too. Most people understand compound interest with investments. Very few recognize compound interest in their identity. Every promise you keep to yourself earns confidence. Every promise you break earns self-doubt. Neither happens overnight. Both accumulate. That's why discipline feels so powerful. It isn't about punishment. It's evidence. Every completed workout. Every dollar invested. Every difficult conversation. Every hour spent building instead of consuming. You're collecting proof that you're becoming someone different. And confidence isn't built by positive thinking. It's built by accumulated evidence. Now let's talk about something almost nobody mentions. Comfort has become a financial product. Companies aren't just selling entertainment anymore. They're selling the removal of discomfort. Food delivered instantly. Streaming without waiting. One-click shopping. Infinite scrolling. Artificial urgency. Everything encourages you to consume rather than create. The problem isn't technology. The problem is forgetting that growth almost always begins with friction. The workout feels uncomfortable. Saving money feels restrictive. Starting a business feels uncertain. Learning new skills feels frustrating. Having difficult conversations feels awkward. But those uncomfortable moments create lives that eventually feel free. Constant comfort creates lives that slowly feel trapped. This leads to what I call happiness debt. Every time you delay something meaningful, you're borrowing fulfillment from your future. I'll start investing next year. I'll launch the business someday. I'll get healthy after this project. I'll spend more time with my family when work slows down. The debt keeps growing. And eventually, the interest becomes regret. The opposite is also true. Every meaningful action creates happiness equity. You don't have to change your entire life. You simply need enough daily evidence that your future is becoming better than your past. That might mean reading 10 pages. Investing $50. Going for a walk. Turning off your phone for an hour. Finishing one important task before opening social media. These actions seem insignificant, but they're deposits into a life you'll actually enjoy living. Peace doesn't come from having zero problems. It comes from knowing you're moving in the right direction. That's why some wealthy people are miserable, and some ordinary people feel deeply fulfilled. Progress creates energy. Stagnation drains it. So instead of asking, "How do I become happier?" ask a different question. What kind of life would make me proud to repeat tomorrow? Because that's the real test. Not vacations. Not promotions. Not lottery wins. Tomorrow. Would you willingly live tomorrow exactly like today? If the answer is no, that's not something to fear. It's information. And information is useful. Because once you know what's stealing your energy, your attention, and your ambition, you can finally begin taking it back. Your life doesn't change in one dramatic decision. It changes when enough ordinary days begin pointing in a new direction. That's how wealth is built. That's how confidence is built. And, more often than people realize, that's how happiness is built too.